let me talk about the property market outlook. These are all factual. So the slides here will be sent out to you. You can use it for the next, I think, a good 3 months. Can? Of course, in 2022, some observation, I think no need to say much. You also know that like Lentor Modern, Copenhagen, all of the project, more than at least 70 to 80% sold for EC, more Lentor. Okay. Of course, new OCR, we are hitting the new benchmark pricing. Look at the highest per square foot or even the average, we are hitting at least 2001 for OCR project. Sky Eden, Lentor Modern, as well as more residents. Sinica, the latest launch. Okay, we also sold at least 60. So as of now, yesterday I checked in ERA Pro, we sold about 60%, mainly 1 and 2 bedroom. Highest per square foot we achieved is 2219, 2219. This project is also falls under OCR. Now, I don't know whether you guys have been serving clients. I think you all also keep facing the same issue lah. Interest rate very high. Should I wait? Will there be a crash, recession? So this set of slides will help you to answer all those questions. Okay, so definitely if you look at here, there will be increasing in construction and material cost estimated of 30%. So all these are important to explain why price won't come down. So all this should be at your tip or your fingertip when you do your presentation, be it for resale, new launch. Everyone over here, we must sing the same tune to tell buyers or potential buyer why price won't drop. In fact, it will continue to increase, but maybe at a slower growth, but there won't be any decrease. Okay, this is the construction cost estimated 30%. Next, these are the factors affecting the price growth. First is higher land cost, as mentioned, higher construction cost. Lastly, higher financing cost. As you know, the interest rate right now, we are hitting close to 5, maybe close to 5, 4.5, 4.75. Okay, in 2022, private prices rise up to about 8.6%. This is just for you to take note. 2023, China reopening of economy. I guess those who have been actively doing project, serving buyers or even tenants, if you have any rental unit, you will realize that a lot of China buyers or China tenants or even Hong Kong tenants keep calling you, right? If you are getting all the costs, it's normal because we already open, China opened up, we are expecting more of them coming in. If you look at ERA Pro recently, for the past 1 or 2 weeks, a lot of the big quantum project in the CCR has been transacting. Okay, Riviera, Leiden Green, Pullman. So they are really coming back. So at least go and do some marketing, try to see whether you can tap on this big potential market of the China. Okay. Monthly visitor arrival to double. Yeah, I think everyone can feel it. Okay, population growth drive the prices up. So as you can see, we are still in line. In 2030, we are going to hit about 6.5 to 6.9 million residents in terms of population. So more people also definitely will require more housing needs, which means the demand will still be there, will be more sustainable in the long run as well. So we are on track. So 19% till 2030, 6.5 mil. And in this year, 2023, we introduced this thing called One Pass. The monthly salary to qualify for this One Pass is 30,000. Okay, for how long? It's 5 years. So that's why your rental, even though now 3-bedroom easily for even 3-bedroom is asking for about 7,000, 8,000, 2-bedroom about 4,000, 5,000. There are still takers. Okay, if you calculate the yield, easily 4%. Yesterday I just spoke to my China tenant. They say that in Shanghai, Beijing, the yield they are getting is only 1 or 2%. That's why they rather put their money in Singapore, buy a unit for investment, rent out, easily can get 4 to 5% rental yield. That's how they are looking at our Singapore property market right now. Okay, rental historical high up by 14.7%. Okay. New home unsold supply, we are hitting 5 years low, which also explain why nowadays, if you open a ERA Pro, you want to serve a buyer for new launch, it's either no units, show flat close, the all low floor unit not good. Even though you are serving those with budget, you still cannot find anything for them because there's really very low supply. Why is it so? Because there's a very strong demand and take-up rate ever since in 2019, 2021, as well as 2022. Okay, pent-up demand, needless to say, 8 years average, the TDSR. So this is all the statistics, the data to show you. Okay, 2022 is the lowest launch supply in the last 10 years. Okay, and also there's something for you to take note. I also have been talking to my friends and all. So I realized that a lot of them, they have this intention not just to have one property, in fact, to have at least two property. If you have been talking to your friends or clients, you might realize that actually quite a number of them own at least two property, meaning to say in one household, right? Husband own one, wife own one. And most of them, they are trying to move into the condo, the private sector. Why is it so? All thanks to us. We have been doing asset progression for the past 4-5 years. Always keep telling them, wow, BTO, MOP, best time to sell, best time to cash out, to move to condo. So you see, actually we agents, right, very powerful, especially when we all sing the same tune, do something together, the impact, right, can be very, very significant. So this is also one to explain, if you can look at the data as well. More and more people are moving towards the private sector, private homes. And also the cooling measure in 30th September 2022, targeting mainly the private owners about the 15 months wait out period. Of course, they cannot buy any HDB resale flat subsidized. So this might also turn them into OCR for private market for the resale condo. And why price keep increasing? Okay, your clients, right, or your friends are actually their income did increase, but they always tell you they no money, they cannot buy this. But every time they can go and eat good food, go cafe, or even go holiday, fly Europe, and it's because their income also increased. So that's why the income to property ratio still holds at a very comfortable range compared to other countries. Okay, strong affordability from HDB. Okay. Interest rate. I think this slide is important. This is also, you can print screen this out because sometimes when you talk to your clients, right, you only have that 4 or 5 to 10 minutes to convince them that why you should buy now, why the interest rate won't keep going higher and higher. This slide, I think, is important. So most of you can just take a print screen, okay, save in your iPad. So this is from UOB. So actually based on UOB forecast up to now, it's quite accurate. So after around 2023, the interest rate will taper down. High interest rate cannot sustain for so long also. If too long, it will lead to recession. So the government, I think the US, they are also looking into this very carefully. The last thing that they want to do is the market or the whole economy go into recession. Okay, new launch. Just a quick example. If today someone wants to buy a new launch and someone wants to buy a resale, a lot of people want to compare resale and new launch, which in the first place is not really apple to apple, but this is human clients. They always like to do this. But you can show them, use our Sales Plus app, okay, that the interest saved for compared with a resale and a new launch is very significant, okay, because we can tap on the progressive payment scheme for new launch. The COVID pandemic sent Singapore economy to its worst ever recession in 2020. But do you all really feel it, not agents? No, right? Or the millionaire or the rising millionaire. Oh. So the worst GDP contraction in history was at negative 5.8 in 2020, which means the worst has been over, right? Now it's already 2023. So we assume everything is going to up, and up. Slower growth in 2023. But that doesn't mean there's no growth. It's just that the increment will be lesser, not so volatile, not so vibrant, but that means there's still growth, okay? Property price grew even higher during pandemic, okay? This is just a chart for you to share with your clients if they compare or like complain that, oh, why like that, why like that, okay? As you can see also, there's also a group of buyers. There's a period, right? I think during COVID, people like to invest in Bitcoin NFT, those are very volatile, but too many negative news coming out. People already started shifting their money to a bit more stable asset. Okay, because like property, so give them a sense of security, also a prudent use of their credit with cooling measures provide for long-term growth. Since core inflation, I think this word inflation has been around for many for very, very common for these past few months. Inflation is about 5.5 to 6.5. So one very important factor about real estate, real property, the physical one, is that we are hedged against inflation. So this is something that we must always emphasize to our client. Maybe your stock and all can give you very good returns, but maybe if you include that in your inflation, your net capital growth or the returns might not be as high. So Singapore property market expected to remain resilient in 2023. Why? Increase in population, low residential supplies, as well as income growth. Okay, this slide also important. So now it's 2023, right? So all the project 2022, what upcoming, we have Botany, Lentor, Hillview, all these OCR, we are going to launch average 2,001 per square foot. Okay, so guys, please change your mindset. No longer you are selling anything that's below 2,000. If you are still thinking that 2,000 is expensive, please don't think that way anymore. Because 10 years later on in 2033, you will tell me or you will share with your clients that last time 2,000 per square foot is cheap. It's always the same thing happening. We are repeating the same pattern. So agents, even before we convince your buyer, please convince yourself that 2,000 right now is cheap. Okay, 2,000 per square foot is cheap. Your resale, if you look at the per square foot, is also slowly catching up. The quantum that your resale is asking is probably very, very close to a new launch if you do a comparison for any project. Okay, so please, I think a lot of times agents, you guys are not even convinced yourself. So convince yourself 2,000 per square foot is the new cheap. Anything below 2,000, if you can find in your ERA Pro, please go and grab. Okay, because you will never find this kind of pricing again.